Well, for more than a year, Hezbollah rocket attacks on northern Israel forced tens of thousands of people to flee their homes. Today, the government is allowing them to begin returning to their communities. While many families are eager to return and rebuild, others are obviously cautious. CBN's Chuck Holden takes us to one city to see how the recovery is unfolding.
The last time our CBN News crew visited Kiryat Shmona in Israel's north, it was a virtual ghost town, and rocket attacks from Hezbollah were an everyday reality. Fine line between brave and stupid. Here we go again. Here we go again. Get down, get down. Now, with 2 months of relative peace, more than 60,000 Israelis displaced from their homes are able to return. Life, though, is far from normal as businesses struggle to reopen with only a fraction of residents back home.
We had to evacuate from Beit Hillel. We couldn't stay here. The army asked us to leave Beit Hillel because they're afraid from the bombs.
Hope is budding along with spring, although there are still concerns things may never be the same.
In the first week, I couldn't stop crying all the time. Until the hostages come home, our joy will not complete.
This farm outside Kiryat Shmona, just a few miles from the Lebanese border, is known for these beautiful oranges and the pecans that they grow here. But right now, they're having a hard time finding anybody to come and help them harvest these things. These trees are full of fruit right now, but the foreign-born workers that usually come from Thailand and elsewhere to help them, many of those guys have already moved on to other jobs. And so they are hoping that they can get people to come back and help them get their fruit to market. Now the family's working to rebuild and welcome guests again.
We cleaned everything and start to plant everything, renew everything, and now people start to come back.
For those who have returned, hope remains their region can be rebuilt and return to normal.
To see people come here is amazing. Come back, to see everything come to life again, it's amazing. Sometimes I just stare and speechless of what's happening here.
I'm at the extreme northern border of Israel, just north of the town of Metula, which has been a ghost town for the last 15 months. But now people are starting to come back because if you see that fence right there, that's the border. Just the other side of that is a village inside Lebanon where Hezbollah was firing rockets on a daily basis in here. But that village is nothing but rubble now. And for that reason, the people feel safer coming back home.
While the war, we were open. Meanwhile, all the Kiryat Shmona was evacuated. We basically was the one business that working. We give serve to the police, the military, the soldiers.
This shawarma shop in the center of town was the only restaurant to stay open for the entire war.
Maybe 30% of Kiryat Shmona community has come back because the evacuation has been longer. So some people has stayed in the hotels, and I hope everyone will come back soon.
Even those who have realized the war is not over.
I cannot tell you the feeling. Now I'm talking with you and I'm starting to cry because I think about all the people that they cannot come back, and about the families and the babies that murdered there. And I love Israel very, very much. I don't want to leave Israel.
From northern Israel, I'm Chuck Holden for CBN News.
Just imagine living under that kind of attack where your children aren't safe, your children are killed. And whether it's in northern Israel or the Gaza envelope in the south, can they go back and can they rebuild? And in going back, are they just going to revisit the trauma of the war? These are ongoing questions for Israel, and there's ongoing need there. Both places are known for their agriculture. The Gaza envelope was famous for providing 60% of the fresh fruit and vegetables for the entire nation. So on just a strategic level, just to survive as a nation and be able to produce your own food it's necessary for all of those farms to be rebuilt and regenerated. But the ongoing trauma is an obvious issue for the entire nation. CBN Israel is putting a trauma center. We call it a resilience center. We're working with the Israeli Trauma Coalition to do that. It's right outside of Jerusalem, and the goal is to train first responders, also train clinicians in how to deal with post-traumatic stress, how to deal with people who are traumatized by the war and by the attacks. And that trauma can take a variety of forms, and where do you go with that, and how do you deal with that? So we're there. We're also helping rebuild in the Gaza envelope. Adele Raymer came here and asked on behalf of her kibbutz Narim, and so we're helping them rebuild and hopefully repopulate, and let's see the desert bloom yet again. I love the resilience of Israel and the resilience of the Jewish people. No matter how hard it has been, they've always come back. And their famous phrase, "The Jew lives." Let's help that. Let's help that dream. Let's be a part of saying, yes, we want to stand with you in your hour of need.